everybody, I'm Gabby.
I'm Karen, and we decided today that we wanted to talk to you guys about some of the struggles that we've had with figuring out what causes some of the behavior problems or even um, uncomfortable mood and just even health problems that we've had. And the biggest thing with that for us has been learning to correct these things with diet.
Yeah, I grew up, pork chops, mostly southern food, so most of my diet was extremely bad. Fried food. I mean, we thought it was balanced, but looking back and knowing what is actually healthy and nutrient, none of it we should have been eating.
Right, because back in the day, what was it? As long as you had a starch and a vegetable and a meat and all the food groups, it was healthy, right? That's how they taught us, yeah. So even casseroles, if it was all thrown in a one dish and put in the oven, it's healthy because it has everything in it, right? Now we know that is not true, right? Or back in the day when our parents thought that things like Hamburger Helper were like the best thing in the world for us.
And they meant well.
They did. That's what they were taught, right? Like you look back at all the commercials and things, Kool-Aid packed with vitamin C. Let's ignore the fact that it has how many artificial colors, how much sugar, and who knows what else in there, all the preservatives, all that, but that's what they believed was good for us, so that's what they gave us. So we, through health problems, I had horrible stomach issues, uncomfortable, horrible headaches, muscle spasms, facial acne issues for some of us in the household, just all sorts of problems. Greasy hair, hair breaking.
And this whole time, I'm going to the doctors asking them, like, what is wrong? What is going on with my skin? They want to give me, stuff to take or topical stuff when all along it was what I was eating.
Right.
I was allergic to what I was eating and my face was breaking out and it caused depression and all kinds of things.
Right. And then me, I had alopecia, hair falling out. I had, really, really super dry skin and horrible stomach issues. After I ate, I would look like I was gonna have a baby in a month. My stomach would swell out, and it was just horrible. And again, same thing as Gabriel had happened to her. They wanted to give me all these medications. You have irritable bowel syndrome. You have this. You have that. Your thyroid is malfunctioning, so let's give you this pill. Nobody wanted to help me figure out what the core was. So Gabriel and I got the idea that we were going to do some research and we were going to find out ourselves what causes this. Why is this happening, right? Like, you can keep putting a Band-Aid on it, but if it keeps coming back, there's something happening, right? So those medications is just hiding the problem, and probably causing a lot more problems, right? Because they're all synthetic chemicals anyway. So for the stomach, we ended up finding out I am gluten and soy intolerant. I can't handle it. So cut that out. Stomach's great.
And the first thing that knocks out of whack is your thyroid.
Mm-hmm.
So she was underweight her whole life because of the overactive thyroid.
Yep. And then all of a sudden it decided, oh, this is way too much.
We went vegan.
Yeah, and we started using all those mock meats, right, that you get in the store. What's it called, Boca Burger and all that stuff. Well, it turns out that stuff is packed with gluten and soy binders. So we were eating more of that to try to get the kids to eat the vegetables, thinking we're doing something great. But it was packed with all this horrible preservatives again, and then soy and gluten binders. So I went from being this little underweight person who was trying to find ways to be healthier. In less than 60 days, I gained 30 pounds and my entire body hurt. I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? Well, they're like, you have thyroid disease. Not why, no explanation, just wanted to start pumping all these medications and all this stuff. And it was just, but no talk about diet or what may have caused this to happen. They're just like, oh, you're getting close to 40. Your thyroid stopped. That's it. know anything else. And as a mom, and anybody who has children would know, when you can't pick your child up because your body hurts that bad, you'll do just about anything to figure out what the hell is happening. Why is this happening to me, right? So we went on the search, we found it, and from there, that has just progressed. We have done the research, what foods are causing our children to have these mood problems, what food is going to cause our 13-year-old to break out, what's more likely to cause this and that. So we do the research and we try to incorporate that. And Gabrielle here has the gift of explaining it to the kids in the way that they understand it and are excited to eat the stuff. We've given them the choice with a lot of it. Like the meat, we don't eat red meat, but they were allowed to choose whether or not they were going to eat it. But Gabrielle explained to them in an very age appropriate way of why she wasn't going to eat it, and then left that up to them. Right.
And they respect that I'm telling them, and it makes it their choice, and they're involved. I don't believe in like forcing children to do anything. I mean, if it's going to kill them, yeah, force them to not kill themselves. But yeah, I just gave him the choice, and he chose not to eat meat.
Yep, and she did an excellent job with it. They're excited to say thank you to their meals, to be grateful for their food with her. It's awesome to see them excited to, when I'm cutting up the vegetables, my 5-year-old wants to know what kind of nutrients those vegetables are going to put in his food, and I can explain that part to
him.
And
making it fun.
But yeah, so she has a really good way of bringing the knowledge, and then I'm that goofy person, so I have a way of putting that goofy spin on it. So together we've kind of created this awesome team to get our kids excited about eating this healthy food and excited about the spiritual aspect of it, of respecting and being happy and healthy and grateful for the food and what it's doing for us. So those two things combined, we feel better. We have more energy. Our sleep is better. Our skin's better. Just everything feels better. And our children, obviously he's still 5 and he still has fits now and then, but his ability to calm down and regulate those moods is amazing for a hyper 5-year-old child. And I believe that we owe a lot of that to the diet and to just the lifestyle and the diet, and obviously I do believe that the gratitude and being grateful for what we have also has a lot to do with that.
So if there's any questions, go ahead and comment below, and like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Yes.